हरि ओम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Bhagavad Gita, a conversation with God daily. In this series, today, chapter 13, shloka number 24. ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति केचित् आत्मानमात्मना अन्ये साङ्ख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे. We already saw that one who understands what is Prakriti, who is the Purusha, and the various modifications and feelings like happiness, sorrow, with respect to Prakriti, he is not born again on this earth. He is liberated. One who clearly understands the difference between Prakriti and Purusha, the difference between Kshetram and Kshetrajna. Now, the various paths by which one can attain liberation, all those are explained. Dhyanena atmani pashyanti kechid atmanam atmana. Some see the self, they realize the self. They see it in their reasoning power by themselves, that is by meditation, by concentrated thought. Dhyanena, meditation means withdrawing the senses into the mind, withdrawing the senses like sound, sight, everything, and concentrating the mind on the Brahman itself. Through this, they are able to realize the Brahman. And some others, they actually realize the Brahman through Sankhya Yoga. That is, they contemplate that they are not this body. I am not this body. I am the Atma Swarupa. I am that Supreme Brahman. that the self is different from the body and its associated things. They keep contemplating that I am not this body, I am not this body, I am not this body. And they attain wisdom through this path. And some others, they attain wisdom through karma yoga. They perform all actions as offerings to God. And because of this, they attain purity of mind, and then having qualified for jnana yoga, they attain wisdom. Anye tvevamajānantah śrutvānyebhya upāsate tepi chāktitarantyeva mrityum shruti parāyanaha. Some, they are just incapable of meditation. They are not able to contemplate that I am not the body. They are not able to do karma yoga also. Those, they listen to things about Brahman from a guru, and they develop firm faith. They believe in those words completely. They themselves, they are unable to perform any sadhana, they are unable to practice anything. But they believe firmly in the words of the Guru. And whatever he says, they do it. They perform worship. They also finally get liberated. They are freed from the cycle of birth and death. Yavat sanjayate kinchit sattvam sthavara jangamam kshetra kshetrajna sanyogat tadvidhi bharatarshabha. Yavat sanjayate kinchit. Whenever anything is actually seen, when it comes into existence, when you see it, whether it be a moving thing or an inert thing, it is formed only because of the union of kshetra and kshetrajna. And kshetra is this body. Kshetrajna is the one who sees it. So what sort of union? Two things can be joined by tying them together. You tie a pot with a rope. Like that, or these two tied together. You cannot, because the kshetrajna, he doesn't have any organs. So how can you tie him? You cannot tie him like that with the kshetram. Then is it like how there are threads in a cloth? The threads are totally woven into a cloth that finally you are unable to differentiate both. Like that, or these two woven together? No, because they don't have the relationship of cause and effect. The thread is the cause for the cloth. The thread only becomes the cloth. Here, you don't have that relationship. One does not become the other thing. You don't have that sort of relationship also. Then, what is how they are united? How they get related? Means, it is like you see a rope is lying in the middle of the road. It is night. There is no light. So you are able to just vaguely see that something is lying on the road. You think, oh, it's a snake, and you are frightened. Immediately the street lights, they just start burning. Then you are able to see, oh, it's not a snake, it's only a rope. So mistakenly you thought a snake is there. You mistook a rope to be a snake. Similarly, here the body and the Brahman. Actually, only Brahman is there, but you mistake it to be the body, to be the Kshetra. Everywhere there is only that Brahman, but you mistake it to be a Kshetra, to be, this is Priya, this is a sofa, this is a video camera, like this. But everything is only Brahman. You see it to be something else. That sort of a connection, when it happens, then only something comes into existence at all. Then only you are able to see anything. Actually, everything is just one single entity, that Brahman. You see it as different things. Many things come into existence only because of that connection between Kshetra and Kshetrajna. What type of connection? The mistaken identity. You see it differently. Only because of that things come into existence. Actually, they don't exist at all. In a dream, you see so many buildings, so many people you see. But once you get up, oh, it was just a dream. Nothing exists. Similarly, you see so many things, so many persons, so many buildings, trees, mountains, rivers, lakes, everything you see. And so many things happening, actions in this world. Everything is just like what you see in a dream. They don't actually exist. And anything is born, that is, it has a next birth, it is born only because of the connection between that Kshetra and Kshetrajna. That ignorance is only the reason for birth. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram vinashyatsu avinashyantam yah pashyati sa pashyati. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram. That Parameshwara, the Lord of everything, the Lord of this body, the mind, the intelligence, the unmanifest, the self. He is the Lord for everything. That Parameshwara is present in everything equally. Right from a inert pillar to Lord Brahma, he is present in everything in a similar way. And Vinashyatsu, everything in this universe is perishable. It gets destroyed one day. Everyone dies one day. So everything is Vinashyatsu. They get destroyed. And among these perishable things, if you are able to see that eternal entity, among all these things that die, that one thing doesn't die at all. It always lives. That Atma. It cannot be burnt, it cannot be cut, it cannot be dried up, it cannot be affected or destroyed in any way. You cut the body, but it is not cut, it remains whole. The body is burnt, but it still lives. So that Brahman, that Atman is always present. One who is able to see that. Not seeing all these ephemeral, perishable things. One who sees only that eternal Brahman. Yaha pashyati sa pashyati. He alone sees. Others don't see at all. Why do you say that? Everybody see. All of us have eyes. Our eyesight is good. We all see. Everybody sees. But they see it the wrong way. You have some defect in the eye. So, if you look at the moon, you are able to see 2 or 3 moons. That is because of a defect in your eye. Actually, only one moon exists. So, only the person who sees one moon actually sees properly. Similarly, only one who sees that Brahman everywhere, he sees. Others, all others who see so many names and forms, all these perishable things that are going to die one day, so many millions and millions of things, those who see all those, they don't actually see. They have a defective eyesight. What they see is not true. So, only he who sees that eternal entity among the perishable things, he sees. Samam pashyan hi sarvatra samavasthitam ishwaram nahi nastyatmanatmanam tato yati param gatim. Samam pashyan hi sarvatra samavasthitam ishwaram. And one who sees like this. Everywhere he sees only that Supreme God. One who sees like that. Na hinasti atmana atmanam. He doesn't kill himself. What is this? Will anyone kill himself? Very rarely we say someone committed suicide. But everyone wants to live. Why is somebody going to kill himself? The thing is, actually everyone is killing themselves. Who are you? You are that Supreme Brahman. You are that Atma. But you look upon yourself as this body. I am Priya. I am the daughter of so and so. You give a name and form and you are bound by that. You think of yourself as that person, limited by those upadhis. You think of yourself like that and you totally kill yourself. You kill that Brahman in you. You totally forget that you are that Brahman. If someone says, you are God, oh me God, it's an apachara, calling myself God. No. He's so arrogant, he calls himself God. To that extent, we totally kill that Brahman. And one more thing is said, you don't look upon yourself as that Brahman, you forget that, you kill that, okay. You see yourself as the body and you perform so many acts, dharmic and adharmic acts. And so, you earn for yourself another birth. You kill this body also. You are born again. And in that birth, again you perform so many actions. You die, you are born again. So again and again, you kill even that body which you think of yourself. That also you kill. And you get another body. Again, you kill that, you get another body. So everyone actually is killing himself or herself. And only the one who sees Brahman everywhere, he actually does not kill himself. And tato yati param gatim. He attains that supreme abode. He gets liberated. We'll stop with that for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Hari Om.